heart is breaking today, but I'm not broken yet. I try to be optimistic, even though I'm upset. I won't live in fear of this great unknown. Life as we knew it is gone forever. What will it be like the next time we're together? I'm keeping the faith. We'll see a better day. I look for the rainbow in this dark, gloomy sky. I'm full of questions and I wanna know why we're at this place with no turning back. I pray when I wake up and when I go to sleep for a miracle to happen. We're in trouble deep and I'm keeping the faith. We'll see a better day. There's a time for everything, everything in its time. I'm holding on by a thread before I lose my mind. How much more suffering can this world stand? We're all socially distanced, we can't go anywhere. How did we get here? Sometime life's unfair. I'm keeping the faith. We'll see a better day. I look for the rainbow in this dark, gloomy sky. I'm full of questions and I wanna know why we're at this place with no turning back. I pray when I wake up and when I go to sleep for a miracle to happen. We're in trouble deep and I'm keeping the faith. We'll see a better day. Then I think of all I have to be thankful for. My family and friends, I need nothing more. I choose to live in joy, no one can take away. I hold my head up high, I keep pressing on to the prize before me. When it's over and done, I'm keeping the faith to see a better day. I look for the rainbow in this dark, gloomy sky. I'm full of questions and I wanna know why we're at this place with no turning back. Turning back. I pray when I wake up and when I go to sleep for a miracle to happen. We're in trouble deep and I'm keeping the faith. We'll see a better day. I'm keeping the faith. We'll see a better day. We'll see a better day. We'll see a better day.
let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the first time. 1,000 cups of tea, but not like this one. 1,000 breaths we breathe, but not like this one. 1,000 suns will rise, but not like this one. 1,000 lullabies, but not like this one. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the first time. 1,000 passing smiles, come on, sing it, but not like this one. 1,000 starlit skies, but not like this one. 1,000 words to choose, but not like this one. 1,000 I love yous, but not like this one. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the first time. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the first time. I'm with a brand new pair of eyes, so that we may finally see. Yeah. 1,000 cups of tea, 1,000 gifts received, 1,000 fields of green, 1,000 farewells will grieve, and 1,000 lives conceived. Come on, sing it. But not like this one. 1,000 hands will hold, but not like this one. 1,000 stories told, but not like this one. 1,000 beauties to behold, but not like this one. And 1,000 hearts you'll know, but not like this one. And 1,000 hearts you'll know, but not like this one. Put your hand up on your heart with us right now. 1,000 hearts you'll know, but not like this one. So let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back to the first time.
7th house, and Jupiter aligns with Mars.
Then peace will guide the planets,
And love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. 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 Harmony and understanding, sympathy and trust abounding. No more falsehoods or derisions, golden living dreams of visions,
mystic crystal revelation,
and the mind's true liberation. Aquarius, Aquarius.
when the moon is in the 7th house, and Jupiter aligns with Mars.
Then peace will guide the planets, and love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. 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 Hey there, people all around the world, men and women, boys and girls. The time has come to occupy. It's much too late to judge and cry. Think about a love revolution, and it's here again. And it's time to let the sun shine in. Come together and sing out strong. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in. All around the world. Let the sun shine. Come together. Let the sun shine. Sunshine. Sunshine. Everybody sing. Let the sun shine. Open up your hearts. Let the sun shine. Sunshine. Come together and sing out strong for a peaceful planet where we all belong. Replace all fears with love and grace. We are different shades of one human race. It's the place to chase. The revolution is here again. It's near again. The resolution will now begin for all to let the sunshine in.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time.
welcome to the People of Diversity Sunday service. We are a multi-faith community, and we believe there are many paths to one divinity. We have a rotation of 10 different faith perspective speakers and 10 different musical artists, positive musical artists, and we give them a topic at the beginning of each 10-week series, and they take their turn, send in a video, a message from the speaker, and a couple of videos from the musical guests. We send it all to Philip. He puts it together, and here you have it. So if you would like to join in on this endeavor, go to www.peopleofdiversity.org. Go to the middle of the page and press the donate button. We pay our speakers, we pay our musicians, we pay Philip and his team, and so every bit that we get from that donation, all of those donations are very, very helpful, and we appreciate them very much.
All right, last week we had Wiccan Oracle, Luis Valdez, and Donna Frost came to us not from the backyard, but from the front porch.
It was beautiful.
It was very beautiful, and it was an amazing service.
It was.
This week we have Muslim Naran Sykes, and Christian Hope Justice will be bringing us a couple of videos. Next week we have our Baha'i representative Dean Martineau and Judy Barant, and their musical guests will be Bob Sima and Shannon Plummer. So, in order to get notifications, you need to be a part of the People of Diversity page or group.
On Facebook.
On Facebook. Once you do that, you'll get a little ping on Sunday morning that says there's a service for you to see, and you can hit single button and it'll take you directly to it. Or at any given time thereafter, you can go to those same Facebook page or group, and pinned to the top will be the service that for that week that we just did. And I rotate those every single week, and then in the videos or in the live section of the page or the group, you can go back and look again. So what we've also instituted of late is a YouTube page that is also live for the morning service. You can interact, and we can talk back and forth on the chat on YouTube. And that goes directly into our YouTube channel, which is almost finished and ready for you to search by faith or by topic on anything that's happened over the course of the last 3.5 or 2.5?
3.5.
3.5 years. That's kind of mind-boggling, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So after the morning service every Sunday from 11:45 to 12:15, we do a deep dive on Zoom. Often the speaker will meet with us there, and we all hang out and ask questions and talk and share and bounce ideas and concepts from the talk around with each other. It's basically that half hour after church where you're trying to figure out where to go to lunch. That's this Zoom time. And then at 5:45 on Sunday afternoons, we rebroadcast the morning service. That's for folks who have their own home church or their own thing going on Sunday morning. That's also what I pin to the top of the page that you'll go back to and see if you're interested. It's also the place where you can shoot people back to, invite them to go back to, if you think there's something in the message for someone you love or a friend.
Okay.
I think that's all I know.
Each week we bless a country. So if you know anything about the country that we are blessing next week, send pictures, comments, facts, whatever, to the email address below, and we'll use them in our country blessing. Next week is Guatemala.
Ooh, it's on my list.
This week is Grenada. Grenada is an island country located in the West Indies. Grenada itself is the largest island, but there are 6 other small islands that are included in the country. The total area is less than 131 square miles and is about twice the size of Washington, D.C. And there's only 113,670 people living there, and that is as of Friday. I got some really up-to-date population data. It's probably a little more by now. 113,000 people. They're 50% Protestant, 36% Roman Catholic, and 12% with no specific religion. Grenada was discovered by Columbus in 1498, but he only saw it passing by, and he documented it, and he didn't actually go there. Grenada remained uncolonized for more than 100 years after that. This one's very interesting. There are only 3 traffic lights on Grenada. They produce a lot of different spices, and Grenada is known as the Island of Spice. Nutmeg is a major export, and it supplies 40% of the world's supply of nutmeg. And nutmeg is so important there that it's actually on their national flag. The world's first underwater sculpture park, which is made up of about 65 human sculptures, is in Grenada. I'm sure the picture for this is amazing. It's really cool looking. Yeah. This is also interesting. I remember this. In 1983, the United States, under President Reagan, invaded Grenada following a violent military overthrowing of the government. And there was concern for about 1,000 Americans that were living there. That's why the U.S. stepped in. They restored democracy to the country, and October 25th is called Thanksgiving Day to commemorate the event. And our last one probably has a lot to do with that prior fact. Civilians are not allowed to wear camouflage. Only people in the Army can wear camouflage. If you're just an everyday person in Grenada, you cannot. It's against the law to wear camouflage. So, very interesting, beautiful, interesting place with a lot of history. So let's hold the people of Grenada in our hearts, knowing they want the same things in their lives that we want in ours. They want peace. They want a stable political climate. They want abundance. We see them in love and light, and we say these words together. May peace prevail in Grenada. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail
in me.
Thank you.
All right. Kristen Hope Justice will bring us the first 2 songs. We have enjoyed, Kristen started with us, I believe, 2 series ago, and has been amazing every time. And she will give you information on how to get a hold of her, and if you dig her music, check her out. It's just that simple, right?
Really?
And Naran always comes to us from her heart, always brings her passion, and a deep sense of knowledge and personal. She always has a story for us. She always has something that connects back to us, to the simplicity of just being a human being walking around the world, just being Naran. So without further ado, we'll see you on the other side.
Hi guys, Kristen Hope Justice here again to play another tune for you. I chose my song Calling of the Divine because it's about trusting Spirit, trusting God, trusting the universe, whatever you want to call it. Trusting the higher power, that when the call comes in, that you receiving it and respecting that call and acknowledging it with respect. So this is my song called Calling of the Divine. When you're sitting in the silence with words stuck in your head, take the time to write them down instead of going back to bed. When you feel the need to call someone just to say hello, Don't let the moment pass you by. Go pick up the phone. Listen with an open heart. Listen with an open mind. Listen to your inner voice, the calling of the divine. Racing down the highway, something tells you to slow down. Know your guardian angels are speaking to you now. When you're in a situation where you don't know what to say, pray for inner guidance to lead the way. Listen with an open heart, listen with an open mind. Listen to your inner voice, the calling of the divine. It's calling you, speaking through your heart. Spirit's calling you. It's the calling of the divine. Seems the world is turning, somehow left you behind. Pick up your bags, don't look back, you'll be the first in line. Your feet don't belong, but you don't know where to go. Turn within to spirit and then you will know. Listen with an open heart, listen with an open mind. Listen with the inner voice, the calling of the divine. It's calling you, speaking through your heart. Spirit's calling you. It's the calling of the divine. Thank you guys. Hello everybody, it's Kristen Hope Justice here. I'm going to play for you a little tune that I wrote called I Listen With My Heart. This month's theme is about respect, and I actually wrote this song based on Marian Head's book Revolutionary Agreements, and this is one of her chapters. It's called I Listen With My Heart, and that's one of the agreements, and it's just something that's very respectful. You know, there's something to it when someone listens openly, without prejudice, without trying to fix you or fix the problem, just listening with an open heart. So here's my song, I Listen With My Heart. Hope you enjoy it. I open my heart and I listen with a quiet mind to the words you are saying. All we need is each other's time. Speak your truth, feel free, baby, speak to me. I am here to listen to you faithfully. I listen with my heart. Tell me, how are you feeling today? No distraction, no need to take action. Let me listen to the sweet words you are saying. I listen with my heart. Listen with my heart. I listen with my heart. I listen with my heart. your troubles flow out of your mind and off of your tongue. Breathing out every breath that you take. Breathe them out of your lungs. Listen with my heart. Tell me, how are you feeling here today? No distraction, no need to take action. Let me listen to the sweet words you were saying. I listen with my heart. 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 I listen with my heart.
Assalamu alaikum. May the peace and blessings of God be with you all. Today, our topic is respect. In Islam, and I guess personal respect as well. So, respect is the condition being honored, esteemed, or well regarded. This is the most commonly understood definition of respect. In fact, the thesaurus goes on to describe respect as a courteous regard for people's feelings and links respect to honor, kindness, obedience, and tolerance. Now, I struggle a little bit with tolerance because I prefer somebody to affirm and accept me for who I am, as opposed to just putting up with me. However, I'm being tolerant that would not equate to being respected. I want to be affirmed and pray that folks will not just put up with me, as I said, accept me, and really and truly, this is what Islam is about. So what is the role of respect in Islam? Islam states that it is the responsibility of each individual to treat all of creation with respect, honor, and dignity. The most deserving of respect is our Creator. Respect begins with loving and obeying the commandments of God, and from this respect flow all the manners and high standards of morality that are inherent in Islam. In Quran 24:52, it says, and whosoever obeys God and his messenger, fears God and keeps his duty to him or her, such are the successful ones. Now, to be one of the successful, Islam requires that each individual learn to obey the Creator and thus treat humanity, our environment, the believers, and ourselves with respect. Respect, as Muslims, we're supposed to be gentle with ourselves, we're supposed to be kind to ourselves, and respect ourselves. Now, bearing in mind that humankind are one nation, and if one part of the nation is in peril, so too is the nation as a whole. Respect for each other is essential. Islam teaches us that we are held accountable not only for our thoughts and actions, but for the influence we have over others and the creation. I have to mention that we are not our thoughts. So, for example, we have a bad thought to get someone back. They hurt our feelings, and so we don't like what they said. We want to gossip. We should seek refuge with our Lord. No damage done. However, if we have this thought and then we act on it, this is where we are in trouble. Islam asks us to enjoin the good and forbid the evil. Islam binds respect to peace, love, and compassion, all attributes of the one God. Therefore, to fulfill our obligation to honor and obey God, one must respect the honor, reputation, and privacy of others. I guess those terrorists didn't read the section of the Quran. Respect for humanity means staying away from anything that will sow discord among the people and lead to destruction. It also includes loving for our brothers and sisters what we love for ourselves. Respect involves treating others the way we expect to be treated and the way we hope the Creator will treat us, with compassion, love, and mercy. Major sins like taking a life put a barrier between humanity and God's mercy and cause all the torment, misery, and evil in the world and in the hereafter. Our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, whoever relieves someone of a difficulty, God will relieve their difficulties on the day of judgment. There's a hadith about respecting our mothers 3 times more than our fathers. And this demonstrates the Muslim women are respected. It also says in the Quran, respect the wombs that bore you. So our mothers bore us, and we bear children, or our husbands, or a family unit. Now we know that so often there have been articles or even on the news addressing the awful treatment of women in Islam. If these people followed the book or followed the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, this would not be taking place. You must actually respect both our parents. And it says, more so when they reach old age. We are not allowed to even say oof to them. We respect our neighbors. Our neighbors have rights on us because we know that the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, would, before he retired at night, would feed the people 40 neighbors, 40 to the east, 40 to the west, 40 to the north, and 40 to the south. This was out of respect for humanity. I want to go back to the terrorists and say that they have no respect for life and no respect for our Creator. There's a beautiful story about when the Prophet Muhammad lost his wife and his uncle in 1 year. He went to a place called Taif. And this is referred to the year of grief. He talked to the people about Islam. And in Islam, there is no coercion. That we deliver the message and the outcome is up to God. So we can't force people to become Muslim. But he went to Taif, revealed the message, and the people did not accept it. Not only did they not accept it, though, they stoned him in the streets. And it is said that they stoned him till his sandals were filled with blood. He cried out to the Creator to protect him. And so the angel Gabriel came to the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, and said that God has said that the mountains could be crushed on either side of these people, which means that they would perish. And because life is so important in Islam, our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said that that's not what he's choosing, that he would choose to pray for them. Which at a later time, those people came to Medina and they embraced Islam. So life in Islam is compared to the Kaaba. This is how much respect we have for life. When the Prophet Muhammad was being persecuted in Mecca, he went to Medina, and in Medina, he wrote up a treaty that would protect all the residents of Medina. And he wrote up a treaty with the Jewish people. Now we know that it is said that Muslims and Jews hate each other, which is an untrue statement. There is war amongst Palestinians and Israelis. However, as Muslims, we love and treat all people beautifully. So, and the Muslims and the Jews and the Christians and the Muslims are one Abrahamic faith and considered people of the book. Now, when he wrote up the treaty in Medina, that was to protect all people, people of non-faith or people of faith. Life in Islam is equated to the Kaaba. And Muslims pray toward the Kaaba, they face the Kaaba and pray 5 times a day. So we know the importance of the Kaaba. This is where people do their pilgrimage, which is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Respect is intrinsic and extrinsic. So when I think of respect, it runs really deep for me, because when I started to read about respect in Islam, I was really struggling. And then something came up for me that was really interesting. We are supposed to respect all people, regardless of their status, who they are, what their choices are. And it made me think that if we respected and obeyed our Creator, that creates everything, that if somebody said something that actually hurt our feelings, this is all part of the plan of God. So the way we respond to people that hurt our feelings is that we have to show respect, that this was ordained by God and it's a test. And we don't know what those people are going through when they intentionally or unintentionally hurt our feelings. So we've got to respect that they're going through something, and we've got to respectfully, not necessarily approve of what they say, but accept what they say. So I know for myself that they said or did that, yes, because this is all from the Creator. The script was already written. We just made a choice about it. And I'm not sure whether, because in Islam we believe in the qadr of Allah, the predestination. So God knew it was going to happen, but He did give us a choice. So I mentioned that it depends on how we handle it. Are we going to handle it respectfully, think about our Creator, and then He put in their heart so that our test would be what the test would be and how we address it. The Quran actually says that anybody that relieves somebody of a burden, that God will relieve us of a burden on the day of judgment. And the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said that no one is a believer until they love for their brother what they love for themselves. This is true respect. So I wanted to also mention that respectful relationships are very important in Islam. So much so that, say somebody came to me and they said, well, you know, so-and-so did such and such, or so-and-so said such and such, that we can actually tell a fib and say to that person that says that, well, you know, that's very strange because so-and-so, whoever that was, really loves you and always says the nicest things about you. So relationships and respectful relationships are very, there's a great emphasis on that in Islam. Now, raising children in Islam, we've got to, you know, I know that we're supposed to respect the elders and respect the adults, but we also have to respect children. There are so many stories of the Prophet Muhammad respecting God's creation. And I want to mention two, I believe, maybe three. That the Prophet Muhammad and his companions were walking down the street one day, and there was a dog in the distance. And so he said to the companions, let's cross the street as to not make the dog feel threatened. We want to respect God's creation and help this dog. It says in the Quran that we must tread lightly on the earth, respect the earth, because we are vicegerents. We are to return the earth better than we found it when we came into this world. There's another story about the earth, about creation, that the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, prayed and did the Friday sermon at a tree stump. He would stand next to, some scholars or some narrations say it was a date palm, but he would stand beside it and deliver his sermon. And then the Medinans built him a pulpit. So he used the pulpit. And when he found out that the actual tree was a weeping and missing his, it's called a khutbah, his Friday sermons, he went back to the tree and comforted the tree. So we can say he was a tree hugger before we ever knew about that. I also wanted to go back to loving and respecting all people. There was a funeral procession going on, and the Prophet, when they passed or when they were approaching him, he stood up, and the companions of the Prophet said, you know, these people are Jewish. And he said that all the creatures of God accept mercy, and that we respect people of all faiths. I want to close by saying, and you know, because I'm South African, I've always got to mention something about Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela said, "My respect for human beings is based not on the color of man's skin or authority that he may wield, but purely on merit." Also, before leaving you guys, I want to mention that we talked about respecting all faiths, and I am participating in a readers' theatre that 3 women after 9/11, one Palestinian, one Muslim, and one Christian, Jewish, and Palestinian, and of course you know who I am, are after 9/11 thought they wanted to write a children's book. The kids were not understanding what was going on in New York at the time. And once they started discussing the children's book, they realized that they had to write the book for themselves. And it's called The Faith Club. So this will be taking place. One reading will be on September 28th at the United Methodist Church, and this is on a Wednesday, in Claremont at 10 a.m. And the other reading will be at the UUCLC in Eustis, Mount Homer Road, on Saturday, October 8th at 4 p.m. So I would love if any of you wanted to join, you could either email me or I could let Becky know. And I would just love to see everybody there. I hope that this has enlightened you or given you shed some light on the Islamic teachings on respect, because there's so much that I could learn from you, and I'm praying that you can learn from me regarding respect in Islam. I want to thank you all. Please pray for me as I will for you. and looking forward to seeing you guys soon, I hope. Thanks again. Good night.
Thank you, Kristen. Amazing as build. Naran, thank you for always bringing all of you. We're so grateful that you're with us. Mr. Lupo, the man behind the curtain, never seen but always felt. Thank you for all that you do, taking the craziness of what we send you and making it wonderful. If you have audiovisual needs out there in the world, whether it be virtual or in person, please see Philip and his company, and they will take very good care of you. If you are watching the morning service, come and hang out with us from 11:45 to 12:15 in the deep dive. We will visit and talk and hang out and share about today's talk. Please join us this evening at 5:45 for the evening service, and connect with us in the comments and shoot some hearts and say hi. And if you are connected to this and it feels right for you, next week we have our Baha'i representatives, Dean Martineau and Judy Barant, and along with them will be Bob Sima and Shannon Plummer. It should be an amazing service. So we'll see you then.
Want to thank everyone for their tithes and donations. If you would like to join us in this, www.peopleofdiversity.org. And we just want to take a minute, take a deep breath. Thank you, Spirit, for all of the donations. Thank you for all of the love. Thank you for the time and the effort that people put into this. And thank you for the audience that makes it worth what we do every single week. And we hold all of these people in our hearts. And we say amen. Okay. Last thing, our energetic healing circle. Bring to the forefront of your mind any person, place, thing, event, whatever that needs some love this week. Put them in the center of our energetic healing circle. We're all connected. We're all one. So we're going to listen to this last song. Send your energy out. Picture those things in the center, as well as all of the other things that are in the center of the circle put in by everybody. And picture everybody that's in the circle. And open up yourself, because the healing love is coming around. So get some of it. Get some of it on you. And have a good week. Thank you for being with us, and we will see you in the deep dive, or tonight on the evening service, or sometime during the week, or next week. Thank you.
Have a great week. We'll see you next time.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power. Can Can't you see? It's the power of the law.